What's up everyone, this is becoming quite the little mini-series on this channel where I quickly go through everything revealed in the upcoming patch in less than 5 minutes. Of course, 1.5 is inbound and I have the same type of video for you all. We've got some pretty big changes here, so let's not waste any time. Starting off with new characters, I'm sure many of you have already heard that our two new characters are Yanfei and Eula. Eula is a Cryo Claymore that has some emphasis on physical damage, while Yanfei is a Pyro Catalyst that has similar mechanics to Ningguang. As for the banners, Yanfei will be featured on a Zhongli rerun, and after that, Eula will get her own banner for the second half of the 1.5 update. To go along with this, Eula's new signature weapon, Song of Broken Pines, will also be on the weapon banner in this coming update. In this image, we also have two new artifact sets called the Tenacity of Millith and Pale Flame. These two new artifact sets will be farmable through a new domain on the side of Dragonspine called Ridgewatch. Backtracking a little bit to Zhongli and Eula, both will have story quests unlockable through story keys similar to many other characters. More story quests are also inbound with the introduction of two new hangout events. Diona gets her first series of hangout events while Noelle gets Act 2. Shifting gears a tiny bit, we now have a handful of new enemies coming to the game. First, we have a weekly boss called Azdaha, which I assume will drop the talent materials for our new characters Eula and Yanfei. Also, we finally have a cryo version of the Hypostasis family, which Eula will probably need for her Ascension materials. For the last new enemy, we have the Abyss Lector. He looks pretty similar to the Abyss Herald, and if you get hit by his attacks, you will have your energy drained. Moving away from enemies, now we're into the fun stuff. Up next is a feature that many people have been asking for, where it's been all this time. The feature that I'm talking about is player housing. So an extremely brief breakdown of player housing goes something like this. First, you will get the items Serena Teapot, which is basically the hub of player housing. After that, you'll get to choose the environment of where your home will be. Inside the teapot, there's a teapot creature called Tubby, and you'll need to increase his trust rank to unlock new features of player housing. You can increase your trust rank by doing normal housing things like creating furniture. As you place more furniture, you'll generate more Adeptal energy, which is essentially the currency to buy things for your housing realm. You can also enter your friends' teapots if they accept you through co-op mode. And the last thing to note is player housing is a permanent feature of Genshin. As for update exclusive events, first we have the Energy Amplifier event. Essentially, what you do is you go around the open world collecting fragments, and with the device given to you by an NPC, you can unlock certain combat buffs with these fragments. In the second phase of this event, you can enter what the VAs call the quote-unquote Twisted Realm, which provides certain buffs and certain nerfs that you can select, very similar to the Hypostatic Symphony event that we had previously. As a reward, the Energy Amplifier event will also give us a free Diona, which is really great news. The next event for 1.5 is called Battlefront Misty Dungeon. This is yet another combat event where there will be specific stages with different enemies. Instead of using your characters, you'll be given a pool of characters to choose from, and you get to pick from this pool of characters in order to fight the stage. No elemental residences or food will be allowed in this challenge. A non-combat event is also inbound, which is called Mimito. This event has us carrying out commissions for Heliotrols of all things with the help of NPC Ella Musk. In the last event, we essentially have Prop Hunt if anyone has ever played that, just Genshin's version of Prop Hunt. Nothing too special here, so I don't think much really needs to be explained. One other thing on the side that's coming is the Overflowing Mastery event, and this is essentially the boosted leyline event, except for this time it's talent domains. Be sure to take advantage of this event while it lasts to get the most out of your resin. Moving into the final section of the update, we have Quality of Life. There are some really good ones here that I think will help redeem this game quite a bit. The first change is probably the biggest change, and I think it's the step in the right direction. Now, the first 3 weekly bosses will cost half resin to claim their rewards, and with the new boss we have a total of 4 weeklies to finish. This means instead of 240 resin, now we only need to use 150 resin, which is quite the improvement. Some other quality of life changes include increased friendship XP in co-op mode, in-game reminders of when events are close to ending, and lastly, deleting certain language voiceovers to save space on your device. That should cover everything in the 1.5 update, but wait, there's a tiny bit more. We finally have our first official images of Inazuma. I'll put the art up for you guys to see, and you guys can decide what you think so far. Everything is covered, so hopefully you found this one as digestible as usual, and with that, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.